Thank you for joining me for the armchair Pilates. So just check that you're sitting on a chair without any arms, and then come to the middle or towards the front of your chair and sit right on your sit bones. Have your knees and your feet hip width apart, and have your ankle so that it's not behind your knee but directly underneath your knee. And using your core and your tummy, sitting nice and tall, keeping a nice tall spine. So we're going to start with some roll downs. So take a nice deep breath in to lengthen through your spine. And as you roll down, start from the top of your neck. So roll all 7 vertebrae of your neck. And then just coming down, letting your arms just hang either side of your legs. Just come down as far as you feel comfortable. Let your arms be relaxed, let your head be relaxed. And stay here and take a nice deep breath, getting a nice deep breath into the back of your rib cage. And then when you come back onto your sit bones before you restack your spine, restacking your spine from the base all the way to the top. We're going to do 4 more of those. So breathe in and lengthen through your spine. And then as you breathe out, roll your neck down. And then your upper back. And don't worry about the breathing. If you find you've run out of a breath, then just breathe normally. Just coming down however far you feel is comfortable. Try and keep the knees roughly hip width apart if you can. And stay here. Focus your breath into the back of your rib cage. And as you come back, pull in your tummy, get right onto the sit bones. And then you restack from the base all the way to the top. Breathing in. And then rolling down on an out breath. At least start on the out breath. Don't hold your breath, just breathe normally. And you can stay down for 1 or you can for 2 breaths, it's up to you. And then getting back onto the sit bones, so you can feel those sit bones before you restack. Sitting nice and tall again. Breathing in to lengthen through your spine. And then rolling your neck down, keeping your jaw relaxed, keeping your face soft. No tension in the shoulders, no tension in your hands. And a deep breath into your back. And then restacking your spine once you're back on your sit bones. Sitting nice and tall, and we'll do 1 more. So just letting your head be nice and heavy and relaxed. A nice deep breath into the back of your rib cage here. And then coming back onto your sit bones and restacking your spine until you're sitting nice and tall once again. So let's loosen up our shoulders now. We'll do some arm circles. If you can use your breath with each circle, then great. If not, just breathe naturally. So breathe in and bring your arms up towards the ceiling, trying to keep yourself sitting tall. So don't lean back. Just see how far you can get your arms up by your ears, and then breathe out to circle your arms out to the side. And then breathing in to bring your arms up. So keep the shoulders down as the arms come up, and each time just see how far back you can get your arms, and breathing out to circle your arms back round by your side. And breathing in and breathing out, still sitting tall as you bring your arms back by your side. We'll do 2 more in this direction. Breathing in and breathing out. And one more in this direction, breathing in and breathing out. So let's take our arms in the opposite direction. So stretch your arms out to the side, shoulders stay down as you bring your arms up as near to your ears as you can. And then breathing out, bring your arms back by your side, keeping nice and open across the front of the shoulders. Breathing in. And stay sitting tall as you breathe out and bring your arms back by your side. And breathing in. And out. And in. And out. And let's do one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. So now put your hands on your shoulders. Bring your elbows as near to each other as you can, and we'll do some elbow circles. We'll do 5 in each direction. And then just breathe normally. So see how far you can get your elbows back together, and then take them out and down and around, keeping the shoulder blades relaxed down in your back, so the shoulders don't come up to your ears. And let's do one more. Back to your starting point, and then let's reverse. So keep the shoulders down, the elbows come up, and try and meet in the middle, or as near as you can get them. Sitting tall all the time, keep your tummy gently pulled in. And then one more. Just come back to your starting point, and then let your arms relax by your side. So let's do a little bit of getting a bit of rotation in the spine. So let's start by putting our right hand on our left thigh, and then rotate through your waist and your rib cage, and take your left hand just behind your lower back and look over your left shoulder. Stay here for a breath, and then come back to the center. So the hips are staying where they are, and you're just rotating through the waist and the rib cage. And let's do the other side. So your left hand on your right thigh, rotate round, put your right hand behind your lower back, and look as much as you can over your right shoulder, but keep the shoulders relaxed and keep your jaw relaxed. And then come back to the center. We're going to do 2 more each side. So you're just putting your hand on the opposite thigh and looking over that shoulder, staying here for a full breath. Always sitting tall, of course. Back to the center. And you can use this hand on this thigh to just get a tiny little bit further around. And back to the center. Let's do one more on each side. And last one. And back to the center. So we'll come back up to our upper body in a minute, but let's do a little bit on our feet. So we're going to start with some ankle circles. So always using your tummy to sit tall, and bring one knee up just a little bit, just off the floor, a little bit higher if you can. And let's do some ankle circles here. And do 5 in each direction. And then reverse that direction. And then put that foot down, and then still sitting tall, bring the other foot up, and let's do some ankle circles on this ankle. And then reverse the circle. And put that foot down. Now let's go back to the first foot, bring that foot up, and let's do some toe scrunchies. So really scrunch your toes and then spread them as wide as you can. So this is much better without shoes if possible, and you get a bit more movement in your toes. Let's do a couple more on this foot. And then put that foot down and bring the other foot up, and let's really scrunch and then really spread them. Our feet stay in shoes so long that we don't need to use our toes very much, so this is a really good movement to get some movement back into the toe joints. Okay, and then bring both feet down. So now we're going to lift our toes and then lift our heels. We do both feet together to begin with. So start by lifting both your heels as much as you can, and then roll down through your feet and then lift your toes. And then lift your heels, roll down through the foot and then lift the toes. Lift the heels and lift the toes. Let's do one more of each, lifting the heels and then lifting the toes. So now start with both your feet flat. We're going to lift one heel and the opposite toe. So it doesn't matter which way around. So bring one heel and the other toes, put them down and swap over. Let's do one more on each. And then both feet flat back on the floor. So now we're going to bring our knees up. So we're going to try not to bend down for our knee to meet our knee, but let's see how far we can bring the knee up. And then as you bring the knee up, just touch with the opposite hand and down and up. So you're trying to keep that movement in this hip. So you're not leaning down towards that knee, so you're staying sitting tall, using your tummy. Let's do one more on each side. And now we're going to bend down. So let's bend down and you touch however far you can reach down your shin. So it can just be by the knee or further down, and the other arm can go behind you. Come right back up to sitting before you swap over. So now you are bending down. Come up and bend down. You can take that other arm behind you. And using your neck a little bit too to see, looking round one side. And we'll do one more on each side. And sitting nice and tall. So now we're going to do some side bends. You're going to bring one arm up by your ear. So let's start by bringing one arm up. Keep the shoulder down as you bring your arm up, and then let the other arm just hang down by your side and come over. You're not bringing your shoulder to your ear. You're thinking about lifting this rib away from the hip. And get a nice breath. Breathe into that side that you're getting a stretch, and then pull in your tummy to come back to the center. We'll keep on this side, so lifting up, lift that rib away from the hip, come over, keep this arm relaxed, keep that shoulder relaxed, breathing into your side that you're stretching, and come back to the center, and we'll do one more on this side. So lift that rib away, come up and over, and then back to the center and bring this arm down. So now bring the other arm up, keeping the shoulder relaxed, and this arm hanging by your side, and lift up and over. So you're not lifting the opposite hip, you're just stretching away from that hip. And using your tummy to come back to the center. And over, so you get a really good stretch in the side. Back to the center, and once more over. And back to the center, and bring your arm back by your side. So let's loosen up our wrists now. So we'll do both wrists at the same time. So we're doing some wrist circles, and you can move your fingers at the same time. And then let's reverse that wrist circle. And now clench your fist as hard as you can and flick your fingers. Clench and flick. This is great for releasing tension in the forearms. Let's do a couple more. So really clench and really flick. And now do your fingers to your thumbs. Let's do one more. And then let your hands just relax onto your thighs. So we're going to finish with some neck rolls. So we're going to keep our shoulders where they are and just get some nice slow neck rolls. So always start by rolling your neck from the top of your neck, all 7 vertebrae, so your chin comes towards your chest. So you stay sitting tall, but your neck comes down. And then you look over one shoulder. And don't tilt your head too far back, but just lift up more than back until you're looking over the other shoulder. Doesn't matter if you don't get much movement. And then your chin back towards the center of your breastbone again, where we started. And we're going to do 5 in each direction. So just keep your jaw relaxed, keep your face soft. Keep the shoulders down, keep sitting tall. And don't worry about any crunching that's going on in your neck. That's all quite normal. This will just loosen it up nicely, and the more you do, the less crunching you'll get. So I'm going to do one more in this direction. And then I'm going to reverse the direction. So looking over the other shoulder to start with. Don't tilt your head too far back, just think about stretching it up more than back. I'm going to do 2 more. You don't want to go any quicker than this. And last one. And then getting my chin back to the center, and then I restack my spine, sitting nice and tall. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully see you again another time.